Well, we've learned tonight that a family from Cardiff are among the first British nationals to be evacuated from Sudan. They're among the more than 300 people who've boarded 4 evacuation flights out of the conflict-hit country. Our reporter Charanpreet Kera has been speaking to Salah El-Khalifa, who's a student at Swansea University, and his mother is still struggling to leave the country.
A 3,000-mile journey to safety. This was the first flight to arrive in the UK, carrying British citizens evacuated from Sudan. But many Brits remain, including Salah El-Khalifa's mum, Rita.
My mum was there to visit family. She didn't think a week later she'd be escaping from a civil war.
With signal in Sudan intermittent, all Salah can do is trawl the internet for updates. His mum went to Sudan to visit his terminally ill granddad. 2 days before she was due to leave, the conflict erupted.
Khartoum airport had been taken over by rebels. It was impossible for her to now to get back. So since that date, she's been moving all around Sudan, trying to find safety, find somewhere where she's not at risk.
Until yesterday, the Foreign Office were advising Brits in Sudan to keep safe by staying indoors. But with civilians falling foul of stray bullets and paramilitaries entering people's homes, Salah's mum felt staying in Khartoum was too dangerous. When the Foreign Office announced yesterday they would be evacuating Brits, it was too late and she'd fled the capital.
When it came to people who worked directly for the government, there was no issue with it, stuff like that. But my mother, who's done work with thousands of people in her local community, been a university lecturer, so has helped people progress further stage of their life, doesn't seem like important, and to me that's really frustrating.
A spokesperson from the Foreign Office said, "British nationals are our priority, and we're doing all we can to get them to safety amid a rapidly changing situation on the ground." But some feel neither the UK or Welsh governments are doing enough. Protesting outside the Senedd this weekend, Nesrin El-Haj called for Western governments to provide aid for civilians and put pressure on warring factions in Sudan to come to the table.
I hope the Welsh government to support the civilians in Sudan, just to give them, medicines and to let them just to get access to food, to water, it's like just the basic stuff.
Nesrin's mother and sisters are stuck in Sudan. Without British citizenship, their best hope is to flee to Egypt. But like Salah, she's struggling to keep in touch and check they're safe.
Hard for me because I'm, worried and, I never, slept since, the war started. It's just like 2 hours or 3 hours in a day.
A spokesperson from the Welsh Government said they're monitoring the situation closely and are in contact with the Foreign Office as they try and repatriate people back to the United Kingdom. But with no idea of when conflict in Sudan might end, for Sudanese families in Wales, the fear continues.